Hello there. There's been some extreme heat across Spain and France in the last couple of days, but there could be some stormy weather, as you can see from this satellite picture with this massive cloud that's moving its way through France as we speak. It will clear away, in actual fact, take the rain across the Alps and then down through parts of Eastern Europe over the next few days, allowing for the dry, settled weather to return and the heat once again. Now, down through the Mediterranean, recent heavy showers easing through Turkey, a brief lull here, but you can see that we are likely to see a few sharp showers, and that's going to be affecting parts of the Ukraine over towards the Balkans, and then further north of that up to the Czech Republic and into Poland. We'll also see some heavier rain across parts of Russia. Some snow showers across parts of the north of Norway, but elsewhere in Scandinavia, it's relatively quiet. Lots of sunshine still expected across Germany, France, down into Spain and Portugal as we move through Thursday. In fact, much of the Mediterranean quietens down as well. So temperatures are likely to peak into the low to high 20s. And you can see that on the city forecast, although showers are expected to return into Paris and Madrid, perhaps through the weekend. But further east, it looks as though that heavy rain in Moscow will ease to sharper showers over the next few days. Better the sunshine, perhaps, for Athens. Hello there. Detailed forecast for Australia and New Zealand coming up shortly. But first of all, let's start off in Asia, where the satellite picture is picking up the usual heat of the day shower clouds quite clearly. Fine and quiet through Vietnam and Thailand, but there is an area of rain that's just moving its way to the south of Japan. Some of that quite heavy. There will be a scattering of showers across Japan, and those should ease away as well. Korean Peninsula and China, fine and settled. A northerly wind is going to kick in over the next few days, bringing those temperatures down from 26 in Beijing. A few scattered showers just to the south of Shanghai, largely fine and quiet into Hong Kong, and showers will be fairly isolated into Thailand and Vietnam as well. So our city forecast looks somewhat like this. As you can see in Beijing, a little bit cooler, perhaps through Thursday and Friday, sunshine and heat returning into the weekend. Now for Australia, we've seen a deep area of low pressure moving its way through Western Australia with gusts of winds in excess of 100 miles an hour, some heavy rain as well. The first significant storm and drop in temperature of this autumn spell. That's going to move its way through the Bight. Ahead of it, it's warm, dry and settled across much of eastern Australia. For New Zealand, we've got a few scattered showers moving their way across the North Island. Elsewhere, it's fine and quiet as well. So our city forecast looks somewhat like this. Sunshine and some warmth is set to return for Perth as we head towards the weekend. Hello there. Could see some stormy weather across Bangladesh and northeastern states of India through the course of Tuesday and into Wednesday. Amber warnings remain in force. You can see the cloud on the satellite picture. Elsewhere, it's largely fine and quiet, and we've got that pre-monsoon heat really starting to build now. There will be a scattering of showers across Sri Lanka, also into the Maldives, maybe one or two into the extreme south. But it's these up into the northeast that's the real cause for concern, slowly easing away as we push through Wednesday. Temperatures inland, though, still into the 40s. Now, across much of Central Asia, it's a relatively quiet story. As you can see in Kazakhstan, we've got some dry, sunny weather, a few scattered showers close towards Tashkent, a little more cloud generally as we push through to Afghanistan and to the north of Pakistan. But it's all about the heat, the sunshine at this time of year now, widely into the mid-30s, in some places low 40s as well. There's a scattering of showers into Sri Lanka, I've already talked about. Some up into the northeastern states, across towards Bangladesh and through the Himalayas as well. So that's the story through the middle part of the week. Here's the city forecast for the next 5 days. Lots of sunshine expected into Mumbai. Dry and settled. Elsewhere, well, it does look as though we will continue to see a few sharp showers through Tashkent. That's it. Take care. Hello there. The same storm that brought some issues across the plains and the Midwest Sunday into Monday still got a bit of a sting in its tail and still moving its way through Tuesday and Wednesday. Further east. So it'll push into the mid-Atlantic down to parts of Texas. And this is the dividing line between some pretty warm air coming up through the Gulf of Mexico. So triggering the potential for some sharp, thundery downpours, maybe still some tornadic activity. Behind it, somewhat colder conditions likely to be the story over the next few days, but largely fine and quiet across that west coast. There is, as you can see, an area of low pressure starting to push in from the Pacific, but it does look as though we will continue to see a good deal of dry weather with just a little bit of fair weather cloud. Extreme heat continues across the desert southwest. You can see temperatures in excess of 100 Fahrenheit through Phoenix, and it's a similar story through the remainder of this week. A little more comfortable in Denver, Colorado, into the low 20s or the low 70s in Fahrenheit. Across that east coast then, it's a little bit colder up into the far northeast. We're going to see that frontal system still producing some issues on Tuesday, stretching all the way from Washington down through Atlanta, Georgia, all the way perhaps towards East Texas as well. To the south of that, it's still warm and sunny with temperatures into the 90s across Florida. So this is the city forecast for the next few days. Hello there. Some heavy rain to mention across South America at the moment. The heaviest and the potential for some localised flash flooding across Venezuela, French Guiana and also up into northern Brazil. I'll come back to that in just a moment. This is a weather front that's really dividing between that warmer air to the north of that front and somewhat cooler conditions which will start to arrive over the next few days. Some places could see a 10-degree drop in temperature. But through Venezuela and Colombia, some heavier showers, as I say, French Guiana over towards North Brazil as well. We could see the potential for some localised flooding. There will be some showers or longer spells of rain moving up to Rio de Janeiro over the next few days. Behind it, cooler conditions but dry with some sunshine. Few scattered showers down into the southern tip of Chile. So this is our city forecast then. There's that rain into Rio de Janeiro. The sunshine will return into Buenos Aires, back up to 23 degrees, however, by the start or the end of the weekend. Now, across to Mexico, some sharper showers, particularly across the east coast expected, also across the Yucatan Peninsula. And then as we stretch across to the Caribbean, there'll be some showers as well. Now, these should be interspersed with lengthy spells of sunshine, but nevertheless, it's worth bearing in mind that some of those showers could interrupt the day's sunshine too. Here's a city forecast then for the next few days. The rain slowly easing in Mexico. Hello there. We've seen some heavy rain and localised flooding across parts of Kenya and Uganda in particular over the last couple of days. Not unusual. That's where the showers are at this time of year. You can see them being picked up on the satellite picture. So further heavier rain expected across northern parts of Kenya. And it does look as though to the south of that, it will continue to stay relatively quiet. Temperatures into the mid-20s across South Africa. To the north of that as well, it's a dry, settled story with temperatures perhaps peaking in the low 30s as well. So it won't come as any surprise to see that many of the major cities over the next few days stay fine and dry. We could continue to see some rain fairly persistent across Nairobi. As for the north, Casablanca will continue to see plenty of sunshine with temperatures into the low 20s for the next few days. Now let's move over to the Middle East where we've got a little bit more of a breeze across the Levant. That could bring some lifted dust here. We've got some heavier rain moving out of Turkey towards Armenia and Georgia. Then south of that, it looks largely fine and quiet. Plenty of dry, settled weather is expected. Few sharp showers, perhaps close to the Yemen, but really not amounting to too much. So there's that breeze I was talking about, potentially bringing some lifted dust. But elsewhere over the next few days, fine, settled and sunny, temperatures peaking into the high 30s.